you want to be a varsity athlete. What kind of shoes are those? Those would be non-uniform shoes, Solomon. I mean, it's awesome, socks are cool and all that, but came to this out a long time ago. Long time ago. No, I don't know. Yeah, check and see. All right, so let's jump in and start moving. Practice test 1, I shrunk it down. It's formatted exactly like your test, but I shrunk it a little bit to save some paper. Your test will be regular size. All right, number 1, solve. Oh boy, some of this is bringing back memories. We haven't done this in a while. No, this is just a solve. We're just solving this equation. Does anybody remember what to do? What's the common denominator? 12. So we're going to take 12 and multiply it times everything. Did you find it, Jacob?
Yeah.
Good. And the reason that we do that is so that we can immediately cancel. So we'll have 3x plus 9 here. Remembering this? And minus 8x. And negative 36. If you're not going to cancel, there's absolutely no reason to multiply by 12. The reason that you multiply by 12 is to make these denominators go away. So I have an equation now with no fractions. Negative 5x plus 9. Does that look okay to everyone? So negative 5x equals negative 45. So x equals 9. That worked out nicely. What's the purpose of review? To jog your memories, right? It's been a long time since we did that kind of problem. It has not been a long time since we did problem B. We just did one like B earlier today. This one's a little harder though because it's got this 2 in it. Remember how we handled that? No one remembers? Mamuna. One.
Oh, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no. I'm going to use a number line, but first, what do I do about this? Lauren? Well, I'm going to do that, but first I have to do something else. Elliot? Divide everything by 2. So I'm going to divide everything by 2. So my equation now looks like this. And if it's easier for you, you can think about this guy, 3/2. You can think about that as 1.5. If it's easier for you. And then the middle number, which is 1.5, goes in the middle of the number line. The opposite of that goes in the middle of the number line.
But you can put it as a decimal.
You Again, you don't have to put it as a decimal. If it's do whatever's easiest for you. So if it's easier to use 3/2, use 3/2. And then we're going to add, we're going to have dot on both sides. So to get this dot, we're going to add 2. And to get this dot, we're going to subtract 2. And then we decide where we're going to shade. Outside. So x is less than -0.5. Remember, it's a 2-part graph, so you've got to have a 2-part answer. Don't try to write it like this. That will not work for this problem. X is less than -0.5, or x is greater than 3.5. Directions again say solve. What do you think? Quadratic formula? It's a quadratic equation. We have options, right? We can use the quadratic formula. You could try to factor it, or you could try to complete the square. And Solomon's up here shaking his head, no way. There is no way I'm completing the square on that mess, because the first thing I'd have to do is divide by 3, and look at all the fractions I'd have. No way. I don't know if it factors or not, but by the time I do all the guessing and messing around, I could be done with the quadratic formula. So I think that's the best choice, but it's your choice. I don't care, it's up to you. I think it's easiest to use the quadratic formula. So here we go. -b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Really careful with this arithmetic under here. This is going to be what, 24? And I'm going to add those because I have a negative. So 73. And I don't think that breaks down. So we're done. Yeah, you remember how the quizzes have the same problems as the practice quizzes do? The test has exactly these problems. These are the problems that are on the test. All right. Next, it's time to do a couple more. Part 2. Now we are simplifying these I things. So what do we do with this? Your job is to simplify that. This is not a FOIL. It's a FOIL if the parentheses are right next to each other, because that means times. That's not a distribute. Well, I'm going to distribute the negative. I'm not going to FOIL it. I'm going to distribute the negative. Right? And then collect like terms. So 1 plus 3i. Is that it? Now, the second one, that's a FOIL. And it's a FOIL because there's no sign in there. That means multiply. I'm going to multiply these. So first, outside, inside, last. Remember, when you multiply an I times a 2i, it would be 2i squared. what about I squared? That's -1, so this becomes +2, which can be added with the 18 to get 20 minus 9i. Does that look okay? All right, folks, remember, homework's due Wednesday, at the beginning of the class period, Wednesday.
You wanted a notebook paper, right?
Yep, let me turn this off.